Well, good morning, everybody. Chuck here. No time to be sad. I'm on a bike ride today. It's raining. Of course, it's rainy season, so it's to be expected. It's okay. I just put my slicker suit on and go riding. I'm in Mukdahan right now. I want to share something with you today. I'm going to be 54 years old in a couple of days, and I've been in Thailand. Next month will be 6 years. So I want to reflect back on a couple of things, and I want to talk to you about something personal to me on the decisions that I've made really to retire before retirement age. Some of the thinking that was going on, my thinking process, and a lot of people at this age, they contemplate, should I wait till I'm getting full Social Security or my pension kicks in, or what I need to wait for the things that make sense to me because of the what ifs. I want to tell you some personal things about me that guided me in the direction that I'm at today. I want to start by saying I love it here in Thailand. I love my life right now. Like, I've never imagined the last quarter of my life would be like this. Not just because Thailand's beautiful or the culture is beautiful or this and that. It's because I'm living a life of basically what I want to do without having to worry about what everybody else thinks about me. We live a life of taking care of family, taking care of our business, taking care of our boss, taking care of the customers, taking care of everybody but ourselves. We always put ourselves at the back of the line, and then we do something for ourselves a couple days a week, or maybe on a vacation. A lot of times a vacation doesn't work out because you're always going on vacation for everybody else, right? And let me start by saying this, that I don't claim, and I've never claimed that I'm a know-it-all or know everything. I don't ever want to be that type of person that says, oh, I start out the conversations with my credentials, right? I'm this, I've been here this long, and these are the facts that I've gathered, and I'm going to tell you how it is. It's never going to happen with me. It's never happened before. I want to live my life every day. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm the stupidest person in Thailand. I don't care. I want to live life and experience everything new. And when we travel to the same places, sometimes it's always a new experience because our expectations are none. Only just to have a good time. A lot of people that I have met have shared, and one good thing about this YouTube channel that I started in Thailand 6 years ago, actually I started before that, but just the Thailand part, people have shared a lot of stuff. Like this channel has opened up a different way of thinking for a lot of people. And a lot of people have shared that with me, and it's been just heartwarming. Like, it's amazing that you can have an effect on somebody in that kind of way. And that's the purpose of this channel, really, is we don't have time for things that don't matter in our life because life is too damn short. But a lot of people have shared their stories with me. I wish I could get a lot of them on video. A lot of people don't want to be on video to share that personal stuff. And a lot of times I get caught up in the moment and I'm not even thinking about making the video. I'm just enjoying the conversation. So a lot of people have shared their successes, their failures, their mindset on why they decided to do what they do. And it's been an awesome experience. I'm here to tell you, really has been. The YouTube thing has really opened my eyes up to a lot of different cultures, different personalities, good and bad, I will say. But I think what happens is when we get to a certain age in our life, things change. Well, things change every day, but in the matter of that, you've come to a point where your kids have grown up, your grandkids have gone to school, you're coming to the end of the career, you're getting passed up by younger and more educated people that are just passing you up on the ladder at a place maybe you've worked at your whole life. And you start to notice that people are getting sick around you or possibly dying. These things start to weigh on you as you get older as an adult. You realize, oh, well, I'm not like I used to be. Like I can't, it's like almost impossible for me to ever think about trying to get six-pack abs, you know, on a summer break, you know. you start feeling your age, and you start thinking about things like, well, where am I at right now in my life, and where do I want to be, and am I happy with all the things that I've accomplished? And you start thinking about these things, and then you have family members start to die and friends start to die, and you're like, wow, I'm like counting my days, you know? I don't know what to do. And we're scared to take the leap because of all the hard work that we've put in our entire life to get to where we're at that moment. It's difficult to just let it go, to give it up. It's almost impossible for most people to do that because we don't know what's behind curtain number 2, right? But the funny thing is we never know what's behind curtain number 2. You never know if one day you're going to wake up and a family member's gone, or you're sick, or you get a terminal illness. You really never know what's going on. So we're always trying to manage that. We're always trying to stay fit. We're always trying to worry about our diet. We're worrying about trying to extend our life, but we're not really living our life. These are some of the things that people have shared to me. I'm a little younger, and I experienced this a long time. I experienced something a long time ago that put me, I will tell you, it's very difficult for me to talk about it. Certain events happen to us in our life, the way we're brought up, the way we're taught, some of the things that we've seen, they guide us through life. Let me tell you, let me try to explain it to you this way. Let's just say that you were sitting in your home one day and you saw a ghost. Like, you actually, for real, 100% had a conversation with somebody that you knew was not alive. Wouldn't that freak you out? Like, that would be something crazy that you wouldn't even want to tell anybody, but your whole mindset would totally change if you had that experience. Not saying that I had that experience, but I'm using that as an example, like a hallelujah moment, you know, like if you saw something came up to you and you said, and they started telling you crazy stuff, you would be a total different person after that. I've seen, when I was younger, and this is going to be difficult for me to talk about. When I was younger, I experienced death quite a few times. Me a couple of times, but other people, I was there during that moment. And it was one of those things where I couldn't just shy away from it or put it aside. It was something that I had to deal with. And these are healthy people. These are people that weren't expecting at that moment that happened to them. And engaging in the conversation, the only thing that individual wanted to do was live. There was no discussion about things. There was no discussion about accomplishments. There was really not a whole lot of discussion about anything but the want and the will to want to live. And experiencing that, and I don't want to get into the circumstance or what was going on at that time, but I'm just trying to share with you the feelings that I got from this. I didn't sleep. This became a nightmare for me. This was my ghost sighting, per se. This was a very difficult time in my life. A lot of things were changing in my head from what I had witnessed, and I thought to myself, wow, I've got all these long-term goals and commitments and all these things that I need to do, and what I got to do for everybody else, and the things I don't want to do so I can get to a certain point in my life. And you never know what's going to happen. It may end for anything. Anyway, this haunted me for a long time. So I knew early in life that my goal was to take care of my responsibilities as an adult, as a parent, financial stuff I needed to do, but I needed an exit, and I needed an exit quick, because all I could think about was life and living life. And every time I wanted to do something in my life, like I love to fish, and I want to tournament fish. I love to bass fish, and of course I wasn't always that good at it, but I was good at spending money. But my job always was pissed at me for wanting to do this. And it was something that I really liked to do. And every time I had this conversation with my boss, it was like, man, you know what? I don't have time for this shit. I really don't, you know. A couple of times I had quit a job because of this. Of course, they did hire me back later on and realized that, I don't know, that's a different story. But I'm not a selfish person. I've done a lot for my family and for my friends and people around me. But I know how precious life is from my experience, from what I saw that come to an end. Not just once, a couple of times I've seen it. And that's the reason why I think the way that I think. And I think we all have our experience, and we've all seen people that have failed, and sometimes that scares us that happens. Sometimes those what ifs creep into our heads and keep us from doing a lot of the things that we want to do in our life. So always going to be what ifs. I made a video on quite a few videos actually on how I'm able to retire in Thailand. I'll share that link. I made a video when I first got here on the stairs of ThatPhanom by our house about the decisions that at the moment why I moved to Thailand. A lot of different videos. You guys have heard similar stories in one of my videos too, but this is kind of an annual thing for me. But I'm here to tell you that you really never know what the hell's going on. If you have an opportunity to retire early, this is a lot of people share, well, I gotta wait till I'm 65 or 66 or 67 till I get my full benefits. Well, why? If you're gonna make, let's just say, and I'm not telling you to do this, but if you're gonna make $3,500 in your pension or Social Security, and you're gonna wait 5 years till you get to that point, you have no money, what? You have no assets? How much money is it gonna cost you to live for 5 years? That doesn't make sense to me. Sell all your crap, get rid of your stuff, and enjoy life. Life. Forget about the things, okay? Life is most important. Living your life to the fullest. Now, let me back up and say if you're happy with a career and you're happy with spending your time with your grandkids, that's what makes you happy, then you only do what makes sense to you, what only makes sense in your life that gives you joy. But I see a lot of people that are not happy, that they're miserable, and they're just waiting for their moment, and sometimes it never comes. Sometimes the stock market crashes, or you know, something happens in their life. Well, I'm gonna have to put it off. We have a bad. People use a lot of excuses because they're scared, whether it's who's in the White House or the stock market, or I don't know, a lot of crazy stuff. If you got enough money to live on for 5 or 10 years until your pension kicks in, then what's the worst case scenario for you? That's what you need to look at. Write it down. Write all the pros and cons down on a piece of paper and stare at them. Get rid of all the superficial bullshit. Oh, well, what if I get an aneurysm? You know, what if this and that? What if a friggin' meteor comes and blows us all to hell? That's crazy, but we need to put all those what ifs aside. We need to be responsible. Yeah, maybe figure out a way to have a decent insurance plan, or have a big nest egg to cover medical expenses for us. But I don't give a crap about anything. This is a beautiful river. It's raining. It's a great day. I love life. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have an appointment. I don't have an appointment book. I don't have nothing. I've sold everything I had that meant a lot to me for a life of whatever happens. I'm so happy right now. I don't know, I can't explain it. That kid gave me a pretty strong message that day. It haunted me until I came to the conclusion that this was most important. My family, of course. is important to me. My wife, my friends, my environment. But every day is a new day. That's not guaranteed. I want to give this back to the kid that wished that he could just enjoy another moment in his life. I want to share this to the world. Thanks to YouTube. Thanks to you guys. I have no regrets of what I did to get to this point. I'm so glad that I retired early. A lot of things could have happened in the... Actually, I've been retired 7 years now. A lot of things could have happened in that time, but they didn't. Something may happen tomorrow. I don't know. I don't care. Worst case scenario. My worst case scenario is I've got to go back home and work. I got to go get a job. I got to do something. I got to make another sacrifice until I can get back to where I want to be. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. All I know is just enjoy your life, enjoy the moment, be happy. This is the only life you have. That's it. Done. I'm happy to bring you guys along for the ride. I want to thank you so very much. Also, we've hit 70, almost. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, we've hit 70,000 subscribers. It's been really good. We've actually had over 150, but I've lost, since I started, I had 150 total, but I've lost quite a bit. I don't know, maybe it's the haircut. I don't know. I don't really care too much, and I don't try to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And if I see something, I don't know, it's just how I see it. And I respect everybody else's opinions. I know it's difficult for other people sometimes to respect other people's opinions, but all that being said, thank you very much for the subscribers. You guys are awesome. This has been a great ride bringing you guys along. I hope we can make more videos in life, everyday random life. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.